Have you ever looked at your life and wondered if God was listening? Have you ever prayed with all your heart, only to wake up the next morning and see nothing had changed? If you have, you are not alone. Many faithful people have stood exactly where you are today, asking the same questions, carrying the same burdens, and waiting for the same answers. But here is the truth that can transform your heart this morning. God is working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it. Just because your eyes cannot see His hand does not mean His hand is not moving. Just because you cannot hear His voice in every moment does not mean He has become silent. God is always at work. Every second of every day, He is arranging what you cannot arrange, opening doors you cannot open, closing doors that would harm you, and preparing blessings that are bigger than your imagination. We often believe that if we cannot see progress, then nothing is happening. But God's greatest works often begin in places hidden from human eyes. Think about a seed planted deep beneath the ground. For days and even weeks, nothing seems to happen. The soil looks exactly the same. Anyone looking at it might think the seed has failed. But underneath the surface, something incredible is taking place. Roots are growing. Life is forming. Strength is developing. Then one day, what was hidden finally breaks through the ground for everyone to see. Your life is no different. God is doing work beneath the surface. He is strengthening your faith, shaping your character, preparing your heart, and arranging circumstances that will eventually come together at exactly the right moment. What looks like silence may actually be preparation. What feels like delay may actually be protection. What seems like a closed door may simply be God redirecting you towards something far greater. There are moments when life feels confusing. You pray for healing, but the pain remains. You pray for opportunity, but the doors stay closed. You pray for direction, but the path seems uncertain. In those moments, it is easy to assume that God has forgotten you. But God never forgets His children. His plans are not based on your timetable. They are based on His perfect wisdom. Sometimes God is protecting you from things you cannot see. There are opportunities that look good but would lead to disappointment. There are relationships that seem perfect but would eventually bring pain. There are shortcuts that appear attractive but would take you away from your purpose. Because God sees the beginning and the end, He knows exactly what to allow into your life and what to keep away from you. While you are waiting, heaven is still moving. God is placing the right people in your path. He is creating opportunities that are perfectly designed for your future. He is teaching lessons that will help you handle the blessings you have been praying for. Every delay has a purpose, even when you do not understand it. Every season has meaning, even when it feels difficult. Remember that God's timing has never failed. He has never been early, and He has never been late. He always arrives at the perfect moment. The breakthrough you are waiting for is not forgotten. The prayer you whispered through tears has not been ignored. Every word you have spoken in faith has reached the heart of God. Faith does not mean having all the answers. Faith means trusting God when the answers have not yet appeared. It means believing that even in the silence, He is speaking. Even in the waiting, He is working. Even in the darkness, He is bringing light closer than you realize. So do not allow fear to replace your faith. Do not let disappointment convince you to stop praying. Continue trusting. Continue believing. Continue thanking God, even before you see the miracle. Gratitude in the waiting is a powerful expression of faith. It tells God that you trust His plan more than your own understanding. Every morning you wake up is proof that God is not finished with your story. Every new day is another opportunity for His promises to unfold. The pieces of your life may not seem to fit together today, but the master builder knows exactly where each piece belongs. One day you will look back and realize that every delay, every challenge, every unanswered prayer, and every difficult season was preparing you for something greater than you could have imagined. Never lose hope because of what you cannot see. God's work is often invisible before it becomes undeniable. The miracle is already in motion. The answer is already on its way. The breakthrough is already being prepared. Your responsibility is not to understand every step of the journey, but to remain faithful while God completes the work only He can do. So lift your head today, strengthen your heart, Keep walking by faith and not by sight. Trust that the God who created the heavens and the earth is also carefully directing the details of your life. Even when nothing appears to be changing, He is moving mountains you cannot see. Even when every door seems closed, He is preparing the right one to open. Even when your prayers seem unanswered, heaven is already working on your behalf. God is never idle. He is never absent. He is never unaware of your pain. He is working behind the scenes with perfect love, perfect wisdom, and perfect timing. Hold on to your faith, because the life God is preparing for you is worth every moment of waiting. The day will come when what was once hidden will become visible, and you will stand in amazement as you realize that God was working all along. Faith is one of the greatest gifts God gives us, but it is also one of the greatest tests we will ever experience. It is easy to believe when everything is going well. It is easy to trust when prayers are answered quickly and life unfolds according to our plans. But true faith is revealed during the waiting season. It is revealed when the answers do not come immediately, when the doors remain closed, and when the path ahead seems uncertain. Faith requires patience because God's timing is different from ours, and it requires trust because His plans are always greater than anything we could imagine. Many people begin their journey with excitement, believing that every prayer will be answered instantly. They expect every obstacle to disappear and every challenge to be removed overnight. But God often works differently. He knows that the strongest faith is not built through instant success, but through steady perseverance. Every delay has the potential to deepen your relationship with Him. Every unanswered question invites you to trust His wisdom instead of your own understanding. Waiting is never easy. It can feel lonely, frustrating, and even discouraging. You may find yourself wondering why your breakthrough has not arrived or why someone else seems to be receiving the blessings you have been praying for. In those moments, it is important to remember that comparison will only steal your peace. God is writing a unique story for every person. The timing of someone else's blessing has nothing to do with the timing of yours. Your journey is designed specifically for you, and God knows exactly when every chapter of your life should unfold. Patience does not mean sitting still without hope. It means continuing to believe while God is still working. It means waking up every morning with confidence that the Lord has not forgotten you. It means praying even when yesterday's prayer has not yet been answered. It means choosing hope instead of despair and faith instead of fear. Patience is active trust. It is the decision to keep moving forward even when you cannot yet see the destination. Sometimes God delays the blessing because He is preparing you to receive it. Imagine giving a young child the keys to a powerful car. The gift may be wonderful, but without maturity and preparation, it could become dangerous. In the same way, God prepares our hearts before He places greater responsibilities and greater blessings into our hands. He develops our character, strengthens our wisdom, and teaches us humility, so that when the answer arrives, we are ready to handle it with gratitude and faithfulness. Trusting God also means believing that He sees what we cannot see. We only see today's circumstances, but God sees tomorrow, next year, and every moment beyond that. He knows which opportunities will help us and which ones will hurt us. He knows which relationships will strengthen us and which ones would distract us from our true purpose. What feels like rejection today may actually be divine protection. What feels like a delay may be God's way of positioning you for something far better than you ever expected. There will be days when doubt tries to enter your mind. The enemy will whisper that your prayers are useless, that your dreams are too big, or that God has forgotten about you. Do not believe those lies. God's promises do not expire because of delay. His faithfulness does not change because your circumstances have changed. The same God who has been faithful throughout history is still faithful today, and He is still working in your life even when you cannot see immediate results. Faith does not depend on visible evidence. If everything could already be seen, there would be no need for faith. Faith believes before the miracle appears. Faith praises God before the answer arrives. Faith thanks Him before the breakthrough becomes reality. This kind of trust brings peace, because it shifts your focus away from your problems and places it firmly on God's unchanging character. As you continue your journey, refuse to let temporary setbacks define your future. Every challenge is strengthening you. Every obstacle is teaching perseverance. Every delay is building endurance. The struggles you face today are shaping the person God is calling you to become tomorrow. Nothing you experience is wasted when your life is in His hands. Keep praying even when the answers seem delayed. Keep believing even when the path is unclear. Keep serving God even when you feel unnoticed. Continue to walk faithfully one step at a time, knowing that every act of obedience matters. God honors those who remain faithful through every season, especially during the difficult ones. One day you will look back and understand why God asked you to wait. You will see how every delay protected you, how every challenge strengthened you, and how every unanswered prayer led you towards something greater. The blessings will arrive at the right time, not because you forced them to happen, but because God knew the perfect moment. So today, choose patience over frustration. Choose trust over worry. Choose faith over fear. Rest in the confidence that God is never late, never confused, and never powerless. He is guiding every step of your journey with perfect wisdom and perfect love. Hold tightly to His promises, remain steadfast in prayer, and never lose hope. The life God has prepared for you is worth every moment of waiting, and His plans will always be more beautiful than anything you could have planned for yourself.